Corey. Might even be today, Corey, hey?
43.
The tavern's open. There's no excuse. Next week's work, I don't actually have an update on that. Cam, got an idea what's happening next week?
Yeah, it's mainly what we've been doing usually, just low voltage cross arms, put a few HV sheets and access permits, but nothing too large. Same sort of work we've been doing the last couple of weeks.
Little Hampton-Plex on its way, not
Yep,
far away
very
now.
close. Yep.
And then we've got Gunflex as well straight on after that. Couple of notes here, one from Julia. You probably don't realise because it's an RDO day, but your leave requests, you need to make them on the day. So if you're going to head home or you're crook, it's really helpful to us if you put them in on the day. Yesterday, before 11 o'clock, there was about 4 that came in late from the previous week. It just creates noise that we don't need. We just make it hard for ourselves. So put the leave in on the day that you take it. And if you're going to take a whole day off, you don't just enter that in as leave, you've got to enter that as a request. It needs to be approved. Part days can be entered via your timesheet using appropriate start and finish times for leave taken. So if you go home early or whatever, that's okay. But a whole day, you need to submit a leave request. Then it needs time for, at the moment, for me to see it, or from next week, Coley, for 3 months, to see it, to approve it, to get back to Julia. So we're leaving it to the last minute, we're just making it hard for ourselves. Julia's had to chase up missing timesheet entries and then get approval before pay run cut off. So Cam's been doing the pay approvals, again, just making it hard for ourselves. Sean and his partner had a baby boy, Riley, on Saturday. So we've got a new addition to the distro family. Another one here, there's a top 8, there's another footy tipping competition that's been run in the last few years. It's run, Kev Connell runs it, half goes to the winner, half goes to childhood cancer, so good charity. So you've got to pick the top 8. You've got to pick the top 8, how you think they're going to go in order. Normally it's at the end of round 8, but because of the shortened one, it's at the end of round 5. So it's $50 to go to get in it, and he sends out an update every couple of weeks on how everyone's situated, and there's some really funny commentary in it too. So if you want any more details, come and see me. It's for a good cause, and it's a footy tipping with a difference. Cam, switching from last week. Anything summaries?
Where is Nick?
Nick, not here.
Is he? Oh, that's handy, isn't it?
We'll work that out. Anyone got anything to raise from any switching briefings last week?
Just something I picked up with the life supports. I know they're all getting done, but just the ones that are getting called, I know it's a minor thing, but at a quick glance it almost cocked us up on last Friday. Not obviously have the full numbers right in front of them. On our sheets it's just highlighted which ones have been notified, but then in small writing there's other ones that have been called, and at a quick glance when you do a quick count up, some of the sheets don't have the final numbers on there, so Knocker telling us there might be 14 peripherals and 2 affected, but at our quick glance it only looks like 7 and 1, but they have been notified, they've just been called. It'd be handy if we could get the whole lot highlighted, or maybe just the total numbers written on the sheet, so that as soon as we call up we can see straight away that's the full amount.
Yeah, I thought we were doing that.
I just had a few on Friday that sort of made me knock a bit nervous, that was all.
Yep.
And then when I went back and did the proper count up, it equaled the same as him.
Yeah. No, I thought we were doing that. I'll just have to find out. Who's that job from, man?
I think it was, yeah.
Raise out at 10 o'clock out there.
Yep.
In the warehouse.
On that, we had a lady who was on last support who wasn't registered on last week, so we turned her up. She came in front of it for the IV. Part of that one of the government
process.
Set of problems is not registered, but good work for not just saying, you know.
To
Well, we
that-
didn't believe her at first, but then her husband stumbled out the front with all the machinery connected to him. Yes, back in.
Alright. Mike knows about that one.
Yep.
Good news story, we should promote that. 49 days since our last switching incident, so that's going up. We are 299 days to go to beat our previous best. There's a switching alert that came out. Okay, really good pickup from the people, the operators here. So I was up in Cam's old stomping ground up Port Augusta way. During the isolation they noticed that there was an item 4. This might seem trivial, but this shows how well they read the sheet. Required closing 3 phases at F as a bypass. There was obviously only single phase 11 kV. There's only actually 2 positions. So you read your item, close fuses, L1, L2, L3, 100 amp at that normal tag, L1, L2 or 3. So L1, L2 or 3 is 3 phases. So, and it was only obviously single phase 11 kV, so I only had 2 phases. So they notified the controller, they amended the sheet, and it went ahead as planned, which was good. No near misses or other injuries or anything like that, but yeah, just the near misses. So you come across something that could happen again and someone could get hurt, you should be reporting it. Starts a conversation, some good things have come out of it. Availability payment. So our availability roster, we had a situation last week where 2 people were phoned to come in and they didn't respond. One was because the phone needed resetting. So Aaron's phone, he got about 100 messages after we reset the phone and it called. So how do you reset the phone?
There's a list somewhere, but you've got to update the software and then you can hold the power and the volume button for about 30 seconds and it'll go into a blue screen and then back to normal.
Yeah.
It seems to fix it.
Yeah, you keep all your photos and stuff you got on there, but it just like reboots it. So yeah, I did mine. I can't seem to get any workplace now.
I couldn't for a while. Everything seems to be
You have to re-download the app and everything.
Yeah.
I have to take the app off and then put it back on.
Yeah, it works on
Play Store's got an update for it.
And one at a time.
Play Store's got an update for it.
your workplace. It's all brand new and different. You have to,
It's an update of that.
So you
It still works fine.
So you delete the app?
Yeah, it's,
No.
it still works fine.
You
It's just the whole screen and the colours and everything changed.
I couldn't do it.
No, some are locked out.
some of them are
Go to
locked out,
Google
mine locked
Stores,
out.
Play app, and it's got an update there. You do that.
Okay.
It works.
Yeah, my one wouldn't let it go anywhere there.
Alright. Julie, you got it.
Yeah, I gave it to Brooke, I put it on August 6th, desks last week.
Okay.
Yeah. So everyone should have access.
Order numbers, when you're taking stuff from the store, got to put a job number in, got to book it out. So here's an example, someone's come in, they haven't put their initials there so we can follow it up even. So there's only 5 bits of information, stock number, how many, a really brief description, really brief is fine, there will be pinned, job number and initials. If you don't know the job number, go and get it and come back and put it in. So that's happening a bit, that's not good enough. The man trucks, Sam and Nick Smith, not here, in the group. Brief rundown on driving modes, manual mode, D, DN, DX, anyone know about that?
Yep. So your DX mode, it just cycles through the gears one at a time. Your standard D mode skips gears. It will go from 2 to 5, etc., etc. Your DM, there's a little button on the right-hand trigger near the steering wheel. You have to cycle through the gears manually like that, and then you can lock it out.
Yeah,
Isn't M actually for manoeuvre, so it actually accelerates a bit slower? So you know how the man's really jumpy when you put your foot on the accelerator.
Yeah, that.
And then the thing on the side, you can do manual mode in D or DX as well.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
slide that little thing.
We found that if you have it in M, it just holds that gear.
Yeah.
It won't change gears at all. It just stays there.
And for manual.
Yeah, and the manual.
Descent control on them as well, which you need to use coming down the freeway, otherwise it just cooks the brakes.
Yep.
How do you put that on?
I reckon it's on the right hand side, I think, there's a little speed selector. I can't remember what gear you got to be in, but you've got to set that and it'll hold it at the speed you select and it'll automatically use the gears and the exhaust brake to keep it at that speed. They're good, once you've got it sussed, awesome, like amazing, but until you get it sussed, it's pretty easy to
So
things for the thing.
Sam and Nick seem to be the experts. Hayden seems to know what he's on about. So I reckon if you're going to drive one of those trucks, talk to Seb or Josh, talk to someone. Wooden crossarms for firewood. So one for the social club here. Since there's so many out there, we thought just to get a couple of bucks for the social club. If you're going to use them for yourself, just put in a small donation. Go and see Leachy, you know, $5 for a trailer load or something like that. It's cheap firewood. But if you're going to be giving them to someone else to use, to burn, then see Leachy and we'll probably bump the price up. There's no safety alerts today, but there was one a couple of weeks ago about a slingshot incident. We thought that was, everyone said, oh yeah. Evidently the dent on the side of the vehicle, which was this far from where the guy's head was a significant dent. And they rang the cops and got the number and they charged him with 14 counts of aggravated assault. So it was the 14th time he'd done it. So good that was reported. That's all I had, except for when gear's booked out for a job, when you're told by your six that the gear's booked out and it's in a bay, can we use it? Because for it to get to the bay, it's been ordered, it's been picked at Angle Park, it's been put in a bay there, then it gets loaded on a truck, then it gets tied down, and it gets here, gets untied, then it gets unloaded, then it gets sorted, then it gets put in a bay. And if we just go and grab it from the store, all that work's been done for nothing. So if you're told that the gear's in the bay, use it up. Use it up, and if there's any left over, it goes back through the return process. There's 5 jobs here that's been listed that they're all completed and the gear in the bay is not touched. So then it's got to go the whole process back. It doesn't make sense.
Was it written on the front of the folder where the gear was?
Yeah, I don't know. They're Ryan's jobs. So he's chasing that up.
A lot of the time they give you excess amount of gear anyways.
Yeah, well, because not quite sure on the circumstances. It's better that than not enough and not be able to do the job. Yeah. Some people, I asked the same question, Corey, and some people want all the gear. Some of the crew leaders, they want all the gear, and others say, oh no, just order the basics, the big stuff, and I'll get the other stuff out of the store. So we're working towards actually standardising that.
Just need to clean up the process afterwards, I guess.
Yeah, but again, that's still effort. And for what? You know, an hour effort here and then back on the truck and blah, 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 blah. So, that's all I had today. Anyone got anything else on the road?
Something I forgot to bring up. I spoke to Cam about it last week, just with switching. Some people that are sort of getting signed off recently and might start making calls to network had a switching sheet to do, just a non-auto by supervisory. There was a new operator in the networks and he told me I needed a checker and a HV operator to do a non-auto by supervisory on the sheet. It's not actually true. Anyone that doesn't know that, you don't actually need a checker and an operator to do a non-auto by supervisory, ground level non-auto. That doesn't need to have an operator and a checker, so don't let them tell you that you need an operator and checker and send you on a goose chase making calls and whatever. You don't need an operator and a checker for that. They operate it, you check it over the phone.
I've got that printed out somewhere too, because me and Benny had to do that once.
You don't need it when you do it yourself, Ed.
No, that's right, but
Yeah,
he
you do.
was on.
Yes,
Not-
you do.
Not a non-auto for a,
For ground level you do, for veg clearance you don't. And for digging around the cave, the civils, you don't. But if it's gonna be people working on the line, you need an operator and a checker.
Yeah, we're just talking non-autos by like
Yeah, non-auto.
CV. Yeah, we're just talking putting it non-auto by supervisory or non-auto at the sub. You don't need an operator and a checker. Some people might try and tell you to do it network, but you don't. Don't let them stuff you up like that.
You
Leave it
are
alone.
Right, good point. Okay, short week, let's be productive, be safe. See Hayden out on the trucks, I think, he's along with the North crew, but he's just sitting in here because we'll do the induction straight after that. Alright, so if you see him around and he's looking for something and he can't find where things are, truck keys or bloody where stuff, if it's in the dungeon, give him a hand, make him feel welcome. Okay? Cool. Be safe.